A rift in the leather community leads to a very public fight. South Florida's leather community is large, strong, and very visible. But on the eve of IML, they found themselves dealing with a controversy that led to a former Mr. Ramrod title holder being stripped of his title, its accoutrements, and the respect that comes with the title. Scott Bloomstein, Mr. Ramrod 2017, is accused of making several posts on social media appearing to degrade the reigning Mr. Ramrod, Blade Onyx. Shortly after the post, David Howell, the producer of Mr. Ramrod, released a statement no one was expecting, stripping Bloomstein of his title and demanding the return of the sash and patch. Screenshots of the post, which I saw but could not independently verify, lay out some ugly allegations. Some of the grievances seem petty, like the current Mr. Ramrod, Blade Onyx of Onyx Deep South, holding events at Eagle. Greater Fort Lauderdale is lucky to have two thriving leather bars, and Hal says it stems from jealousy, though it's not hard to read more into the posts. Whatever motivated them, it exposes unnecessary rifts in South Florida's LGBTQ+ community, and we need as much unity amongst ourselves if we're going to defeat our common enemies in Tallahassee, Washington, and even our neighbors. And you can read more on this rift in tomorrow's South Florida Gay News online and on stands tomorrow. And a couple things that I wanted to point out was that the social media is very, very important part of the competition at IML. So the fact that these posts were out there and then it was generating, even if it was generating support for Blade, it's still a negative tinge on his candidacy, which judges for IML pay a lot of attention to in the weeks leading up to the thing. Blade did end up doing really well. He finished in the top 20, so very yay and congratulations.
So IML already happened.
IML happened over the weekend.
So let's state for our viewers that IML is the International Mr. Leather Competition.
In Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And everybody sends their representatives, and we have two incredible leather bars here. We have Eagle and Ramrod, and they both sent representatives for this.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, correct.
And so this gentleman, Mr. Bloomstein, was that his name, right? Blumstein, Scott. So he was Mr. Ramrod a couple of years ago, and he kept the crown longer than they usually allow somebody to because of COVID, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
No. He was in 2017. Then the current one, Blade, became Mr. Ramrod in 2019, and he held on to it through COVID because he couldn't go to IML because there were no IML, things like that. So Blade has had it for an extended period of time, but he's been this last year been able to get out and be representative of the community.
So I don't understand, like, why can't we have nice things? Like, why can't we fight within our own community?
Well, one thing I really get angry about is when people get their panties in a wad when you go to a different bar.
Yeah.
You know, like,
exactly.
you know, they get so angry when you go to somebody else's bar. Just because he's Mr. Ramrod, that doesn't mean he can't go to other bars. I mean, that's just petty.
Nothing
it's
at all.
negativity, it's negative energy. And it's horseshit because.
And that's how we don't get ahead. That's why a lot of our places have to close down because of people that are like, oh, you can only go to one bar who you like, are loyal to. That's completely ridiculous.
It's a lot to do with money. A lot of these nonprofits, as well here in South Florida alone, always battle kind of the same funding, the same people they go to, and they argue when they're all just trying to fight for the same fight.
Yeah.
It's all about money. Once you kind of go to the next bar, now you're not getting the limelight anymore.
Yeah.
So that you're generating the money that I would have had otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, what it sounds like is someone needs to be disciplined.
Ooh, I love that.
And he had to give up the
Log.
sash and the patch, but who got the tiara and the scepter? I just want to know who got.
I think I know who got the scepter, but and I was talking with a couple of different people about, and so many of the accusations seem petty from 30,000 feet, but when you're in it, they do take on extra meaning. But the fact that they hold events at Eagle, a lot of times they would end up at Ramrod. Like you're at Eagle till about 1, then you're at Ramrod till about 3. And the fact is, Eagle is laid out better for large events. They've got a bigger stage area. They're
Larger dance floor.
The dance
Ramrod
floor
is easier for sex. We all know that. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, Ramrod is sort of sectioned off. There's the pool table area, there's the main bar area, there's the backyard. But the Eagle just has a much wider dance floor and area. So a lot of things do start at Eagle and then end up at Ramrod.
But he shouldn't have to. Okay, Blade is a business owner. Okay, let's talk about that. Blade is a business owner in Wilton Drive. We're supposed to support our LGBTQ+ businesses, for the long haul. He's a business owner, and he also is Mr. Ramrod that did an event at Eagle that is also helping another of our businesses locally. I don't see where.
What was the event? Was it a fundraiser?
No, this is just in general.
Who cares?
Just
Who
in
cares?
general.
I mean, they're giving him shit for just going
I'm
into
just
another.
curious.
No, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's silly.
Well, this was sparked by the send-off for IML, for Blade to send him off. But but that which was done at the Ramrod. So why this all flared up now is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
all
going to
very
speculate.
confusing.
Okay.
It sounds like that time that Miss Sri Lanka got her crown ripped off her head. We're all cut from the same
my
cloth.
God, I remember that. That was actually a really good.
All
A
right.
big shout out going out to Elimination Onyx. We love you and we love the whole Onyx family. I hope that you guys can figure this out, and not make it a bigger thing. But if you need us, we're here.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth